Good morning. How we doing? I got the stream deck to work. I'm so happy. We've got Alex as a cat and also Alex the DM. All of the Alexes are here today. We've got Riot, Teraya, Erebrise, Scott, hello, Ravenlord, hello. How we all doing? We've also got Dizzy from Guilty Gear. So, this is who we're working on today. I did go ahead and throw the reference photo in here so you guys could see too. So that is the character we're working on. We worked on her a couple weeks ago, but now we need to start the wings. And I think I want to start with this one because, frankly, it's going to be easier. But yeah, we got to figure out how we can do these feathers and like the 2D style. He's got kind of the gray-green cloak we've got to figure out. I might dip a little bit more gray than the reference. But yeah, I just want to take a day to do more of our kind of 2D repaint style for Dizzy from Guilty Gear. Her DLC is going to come out here at the end of the month, so I kind of want to get her done before then. But that's what I got. What are you guys up to today? The Legion of Alex. They are all here and accounted for. Hi, hello, how are you? And Osirin, how are we doing today? The Alex is a cat, so kind of bad. I home from college, so I'm tired. I have a stomach ache, potentially have some stomach irritation. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that you're feeling better soon. Stomach stuff can be the worst. Just like, you can take the medicine, but then it's just kind of waiting for it to clear up. Trying to make a list for Infinity, says Riot, but there's so many models in this app. Did they get a new app with their stuff as well? Autofire, hello, how are you today? Let me get one more paint that I didn't think about earlier. And then we'll dive in here. Okay. I thought about our shades. I didn't think about highlighting it. Which I guess we need to start with the shades. Let's do that. Procrastination is on the table today. Later, sometime. That's fair. I've got normal work day today. I caught up on a whole bunch of emails and tax stuff yesterday, so that's all done. I was working on the Imperial Fist Scouts last night, and that was about it. It was a quiet night again. But it was really nice to catch up on a whole bunch of stuff, so I'll take it. It's still the 4th edition app, but they added a function to track model wounds. Oh, and stuff during play. Interesting. I always have a hard time with those, like, being in the app instead of, like, on the table. I mean, unless both players see it, I guess. I always have a harder time with that. Good, back from your little vacation. Let's go. How was vacation? Glad you got some time. I am looking forward to, I'm taking Friday off. Oh, and Thursday. Thursday's my tattoo, and then I'm taking Friday off. I am looking forward to it, so I hope yours was also awesome. Okay, so for his arm, we need to do the cut like here for the shadow. Underside of his hand. Tattoos Day, we're here again. This one will be the color for the ones I did the line work on last time. I'll go get all of that colored in. It's a lot. I don't know if she'll get all of it this session, but we'll at least start it. I guess whatever's left over we'll leave for when we start background and stuff. So. Still pretty exciting. There's a track on the table, but I like having them in my hand in a glass. That's fair. That's fair. Because I know, like, we've used other apps where it's like, oh, we can track it all in here. And it's like, well, yeah, but then when I'm looking at the table, how do I know? How do I know what has wounds and stuff? Alright, I'm trying to figure out how I want to cut these feathers. I feel like the undersides of these need more of it. I'm gonna wrap it back around. Something like that. Whoops, come back here. Anyone doing some hobby today? What we got? Mine will be, after this, will be the scouts some more. And I think maybe tackle the rest of that assassin we started yesterday. We were kind of on a roll with those, and I want to keep that up. I feel like it should just be the whole bottom of this feather. We're kind of winging it. You can see from my reference, I couldn't really find him in this pose. So we're kind of figuring out as we go here. I also think we will probably need one more shade on all this. 3 seems to be the kind of magic number of layers for the repaints as well. Like at the minimum 3. We're going to I'm doing the decals on the Hell Blasters, maybe the bases too, which means they'll be done pretty soon. Let's go, Hell Blaster update. We love to see it. That's awesome, Raveler. Good job. More commission work today. Also finally broke down and bought TCG Card Shop Sim, so there's probably some of that in my near future. Uh-oh, there goes all your time. There goes all your time. It's so fun, though. I haven't been on here in a couple days, but figure as they keep, like, updating stuff, I'll hop on and off. It's pretty fun. English narrator of DBZ, one of them, yeah. Yeah. Hey, Decker, how are you? What you up to today? Sad news, especially when it's a big Dragon Ball week this week. New game and new anime. Sad news. Alright, these middle feathers are kind of goofing me up. Trying to decide if okay. So he goes here-ish. His arm goes like under hers, which makes it a little goofy. Does that help me with shading? It does. Okay. We need to cut across here. Need to do. Is that bends under. I'm working on writing lately. I have the next 2 episodes of my show tomorrow to record. Nice. That'll keep you busy, yep. Trying to plan the last highlight too as we go here. Trying to see it all in my head. I think other than that, I did try, there was a new, well, new to me, website for practicing my Japanese that Confurioso sent over to me. So I tried that last night. I think that'll help. So that is another thing I get to study in the evenings. Finale is later this month. Nice. Show itself will come out this winter. The Dagger's okay, just tired. I'm also just kind of sleepy this week. Can't seem to get in gear this week. That's okay. Got a lot done yesterday, so I'll take that win. Man, last night I ended up on Hurricane TikTok. That Milton that's coming in. Absolutely wild. Hope if anyone here is in the path of that, please, 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 please be careful. Sounds like it's gonna be a nasty one. I was just watching some of that last night. Okay. I know we would just be winging it today, but oh, thank you, Embra. Keeping up with the Miltons. I'm trying to. It's pretty wild. But yeah, we've got Dizzy. So we started her a couple weeks ago, I think. And we still got to get these wings figured out. And I thought he would be easier, but maybe not. Maybe, I feel like whatever breakthrough we have on the feathers will help us with both. Oh no, I'm bringing you into more feathers, Emperor. But yeah, I thought he would be easier because she's got a lot of the white that we need to highlight. But yeah, maybe not. I'm having a tough time figuring out where these, like, shadows need to be. Got a refund for something I ordered because it turns out in small text, the way at the bottom of the description says only available in the US, and I'm in the UK. Yep, that'll do it. I feel like that should be much bigger text whenever you going to get something like that. Feathers, I know, Emperor, I'm sorry. As soon as I said it, I was like, oh no. My brother in feathers. Well, glad you're able to get a refund on the item. But yeah, I feel like things like that, they just make it way more obvious. Like, I know we need to have more, like, up under the cloak, too. Trying to figure out how I want to do that. I think if we match the shape of the cloak. Follow any lines that it gives us. If anyone's wondering, this is a 3D print. This is from NomNom Figures. So if anyone does like Dizzy from Guilty Gear, this is from NomNom. We just printed it out here at home. I don't think there's any other hobby things I've seen. William, hello. How are you? Am I in? You're here. Hello. How are you? That was meant to be a gift for my best friend too. It's a necklace based on an item. Oh, from Bloodborne. The mobile chat has kept me out. Uh-oh. Was it just like loading? What is happening? Chat, anyone else having issues this morning? Yeah, we can see you. You do best on a 3D printer. You get a laptop so I can do video editing on. Why is everything so expensive? I feel that so hard. Oh, thank goodness, wait. Wait. Hey, you'll get your welcome in. How do you do the gradients with the airbrush? Is it the type of paint that you use that helps? So I just use regular acrylics. I just thin them a little bit. A lot of what you see here, this is airbrush, like the lighter green. At this point, a lot of it is hand brushed. But, yeah, I do a kind of all over gradient with the airbrush, but then a lot of what you see right now is hand brushed. So I'm doing kind of the 2D style. But yeah, the paint's just acrylics. You'll thin it a little bit, but if you're doing a lot more gradient work, it'll just be a matter of practice, getting the trigger kind of figured out. Welcome on in. How are you? Mobile chat is thing where you send messages. They don't. Wait, what? Mom on already. You're here. Well, I can see you. You're here. Reaper, hello. How are you? So Emperor, I haven't fixed those just yet. I have to find a way to bring them into the new mixer that I changed to. So I can hear the nerd. But until I figure out how to bring them into the mixer, that was kind of be my plan here after working as intended. My plan here after Vidya Game stream, make sure that doesn't explode, and then I'll dive in and see if I can figure it out. It's weird because they normally just come through OBS, through like my desktop stuff, but that's not what I have anymore. Now it's all separated, and I don't know how I would bring in that separated. Is my very long-winded answer for why it doesn't work. But we'll get there. Look at the nerd can hear them. Whatever. Whatever. I'm not a nerd. You're a nerd, chat. Let's sit here and paint a miniature of a fighting game. That's right. It's time to dizzy. Oh no, am I gonna have to paint some Yu-Gi-Oh? How are you, Yu-Gi-Oh? Show is wild, chat. Yu-Gi-Oh is absolutely wild. I was not prepared for what we ran into. Norman, thank you so much for that sub for 21 months of support. Oh, that explains the missing Discord channel. I wish I could. Maybe I need to look at it again. I wish it would still show, but just have the the little lock or whatever. But thank you so much for 21 months of support. How are you today? Welcome, welcome in. We are working on Dizzy from Guilty Gear. Trying to figure out these wings. They're breaking my brain a little bit, but in a good way. What you up to today? The only option, yeah, we have to paint Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, there has to be some option, right? At the very least, 3D printed. There has to be some. I want to paint Grandpa and his goofy little face. I found a new Nid scheme, but it takes hours to paint one carapace. I almost commented that, Norman, but I didn't want to steal away from, the excitement. Because that's always the thing with Nids. Is there's so many cool things you can do. But some of them are so time intensive that I don't know that I can ever recommend them. Unless you just really, really enjoy painting that. I don't know that I could ever recommend them. Grandpa, no! Yeah, I guess spoiler warnings for the 20-year-old show. The first, episode, we're already got Blue Eyes White Dragon, which I thought was, an endgame thing. We had Exodia, which I also thought was an endgame thing. We stole Grandpa's soul into a TV. Oh, now Sandy means you're leaving me for Sparking. No, I'm jealous. Enjoy. I shall join you on Friday. At my regular pleb time. I shall join you then. I'm not leaving you. I'm just practicing. I'm just practicing how to whoop up on me. That's fair. Respect it. Respect it. I'm gonna be the world's only Piccolo main coming for you. That's a bit easier with the contrast. The yellow contrast is nice to tie the blends together. I just know for those nid schemes, whenever someone's going like crazy involved, it's like, okay, it's cool. And then you get to all those termagants. Is it as cool when you get to termagants? What I always think of. Because my first nid scheme, I had the little lines across the carapace. I really liked it on the big bugs, and then I got to like all my little bugs, and I'm like, why have I done this? Wasted Mind, hello. I'm still speaking English for now. For now, I'm working on it. Wasted Mind, how are you? I did. Duolingo did not come visit me last night. Otherwise, it's like the major threat in every battle thing. It's supposed to be so rare, and then nope. Here it is. But yeah, we watched about 3 episodes last night, and it was just wild. I don't know what to expect now. Yeah, if you'd like to come join the Discord, that's where we're hanging out in between streams. You can check out what everyone's working on. If you want to go see those nids, if you want to share what you're working on, we've got all that there. I do stream updates and all that good stuff. But yeah, I never watched it growing up. My brother watched it, and I think played. Like, I remember him having at least some cards. I don't know if he went all in, but I missed it growing up. He's a little bit younger than me, so there's definitely some things where it's like I had moved to like middle school or high school schedule, and I wasn't able to keep up with things anymore. I have a feeling that's what happened with Yu-Gi-Oh! But it's fun to dive in here, finally. I said, wait, my reading socks? You have specific socks from the dryer? What was different about reading socks? Let's welcome in. Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. I have to know what these are. Hey, Waffle, welcome in. How are you today? We're working on Dizzy from Guilty Gear today. Trying to do the rest of our kind of 2D paint for her. The big fluffy, ooh, lined ones. Okay. So like the cozy corner socks. I see. Specifically for being cozy. Get them like bookstores and stuff. Offices and Magnus was my first mini last night. I think it turned out really well. I'm glad. Good. Which mini was it you're working on? Sometimes it can be tough with like the smaller minis and just making sure you got enough room for all of it. I'll join on Friday when I get paid. Oh, you don't need Nitro. You just don't get the like the animated stuff. I only have Nitro because like I have to for the longer posts. But yeah, you don't have to have Nitro. Whenever you're feeling comfy though, it's there. I have no idea. I thought that would be important to mention. So Case Nikki said when I'm up to today. We are headed to the fair with my parents. We survived Atlanta for now. For now, you have survived Atlanta. You have socks with mozzarella sticks on them? Love that. Chat, what's your wildest pair of socks? I need to know. I like to get those like super comfy socks for my mom for Christmas. Those are always like stocking stuffers. I like the idea of putting small socks into big sock for Christmas. That was a smaller mini. It's Tempester from the Tempestus Aquilon Kill Team, the Hivestorm box. Experience ego death with the Mind Goblins, but was dragged home by my loving family. I'm glad. I'm glad someone was able to take care of you after the Mind Goblins. Honeyfurs, welcome in. How are you? Ooh, you have a pair of sharks on that are comfy? I'm trying to think what, Okay, so I have my fox socks. And they are, like, extra fuzzy. And they have a fox on them. And then they have the little, like, gripper thingies on the bottom. So you don't, like, wipe out on the tile. Little, what would those be called? I don't know what they'd actually be called. But I have those. And I like those a lot. I don't tend to wear a lot of socks because I get too hot. But I do like my fox socks. Hey, so welcome in. How are you? Little paws. Well, they're not a paw. They're not arranged like a paw. Is that what you call them, though? Where they have the little grippy things? The mental health socks. Those are, yeah, that's what I have. Yeah. I have those on the bottom. But they're foxes. My phone keeps correcting socks to suck. That's annoying. That's a word, phone. That's a word. Socks is indeed a word. I always bought these for my friends who are cozy cuties. Never thought I'd enjoy myself, but I have seen the light. Cozy, always good. Yeah, chat, I need to know what your craziest pair of socks are. Our first doing good. Ate some nice lemon chicken sandwiches. That sounds delicious. I need to get on my meal prep today. I keep putting it off. And I need to make my peppers today before everything goes bad. Chat, I need you to yell at me to do my meal prep today. I'm at that point. I have not wanted to cook. The gifts from the grippy sock vacation, exactly. Don't ask how I know. All good. Yes. Those are exactly the types of little grippies I've got on my sock. Mostly so I don't, wipe out on the tile. Wait, what did I missed something, sorry. Is it fair to say we're mind gobbled? Is that the verb for it? It is. Thank you for conjugating mind gobbling. I appreciate it. All of my Japanese work has been conjugating, so I appreciate it. Thank you. Do your foods. I know I need to. Like, it's annoying because, like, I like the food that I make. It's bell peppers stuffed with, like, taco seasoned ground turkey. So, like, it's really good. I just need to make it. I think the thing is, I want to do it for lunch, but I have to cook the sausage, or sorry, the turkey, and then I have to put it in the pepper, and then it has to cook again. So it's not great for, like, last minute. Conjugating! Emperor! You're so good, and I'm stealing that. I'm stealing that for myself. Conjugate. That's so perfect. You're so much more clever than I am. Vegeta, welcome in. How are you? Stream is going well. These feathers, however, I don't know yet. I think I'm gonna blackline and go from there. See how we do. We're working on it. Work in progress. Just feel so weary of it all. Everything okay, Sly? I had to clear out a bunch of fish from the pond. They didn't survive. The move from my in-laws. Oh, I'm sorry. I always feel so bad when it's little critters like that. Conjugating. Oh, okay. Together, we made it. I did get the one I tried from Kimfurioso was kind of neat because it teaches you. They're called the radicals, which are all the like individual strokes of the kanji, or like the smaller stuff, and then they like start to build on each other. So I think that'll help me because you kind of see how it builds up together. But it's pretty neat. I'm gonna try. All good, Sly. Just wanted to double check on you. All good. We went from fox socks to that. I was a little worried, but we're good. Jazzy, welcome in. How are you today? Hey, Spirit Spirit, welcome in. Don't remember any characters from Guilty Gear. Is Guilty Gear so popular? Yeah, Strive's doing really well. How are you? It's I would say it's a little bit older than some of the other games. Like Street Fighter has a more recent game. Tekken just got a new game. So it's of the cycle. A little bit older, but yeah, Guilty Gear's still doing well. What are you up to today? News version Strive is very popular. Yeah. Yeah. The intro music to Sparking's the hype super theme. Let's go. I'm excited. I have to avoid Twitter for the next couple days here until I get to play, because it's gonna be my entire timeline. I'm surprised I didn't see more yesterday, but it's because everyone's still playing. What's Sparking? It's the new Dragon Ball game. So the Budokai Tenkaichi series, they've made the name match the Japanese names. So Sparking Zero is the new Dragon Ball game. After 2 minutes of self-pity, it's back to full speed ahead. Let's go. Let's go. I'm fine. One of those moments you just sit and think. There really is the energy to do all the stuff I need to, should do. I had that earlier today. I think this week I'm right there with you, Sly. It's rough. Hopefully we find the energy. I give you some of my energy. Exalted, welcome in. How are you? Fun socks that help me get through the start of the day. Let's get it. My socks have Krampus on it. It's nice when there are those little things, right? Those little things. You're like, all right, I got my fox socks. We're good to go today. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Other way around, Will. But yes. Yes, yes. Mrs. Butts does not like them. Whenever someone gifts them to her, I get them. Oh, okay. Socks are extremely stuffed. Yeah, I don't normally wear socks, but when it starts to get real cold, because we don't like to run the heater unless we absolutely have to, that's when I'll start dipping into the fox socks and things. Which one you give me a VTuber? Who could it possibly be? Who could that possibly be? Alright, what I'm doing, for those who haven't seen the repaint, I'm doing black lining, which is where I'm just taking black paint. You can do ink too, but I've tried it. I didn't think it was a very big difference. And just going through like the bigger clumps for like where you would have separation in the drawing. And it helps to kind of separate things out, especially as the cell shading will go across multiple bits. So the shade may cut across the like 3D plane, but we separate with the black lining. It's also going to hopefully help me figure out the shading on these feathers, because it's still not quite right. We're getting there. This middle section's got me really goofed up. So we're getting there. Queen Disney wants to see how she plays. She looks so good in the teaser. Animation was, yes, I am also excited to give her a try. I wanna jump back in. I'm having trouble like sticking with a game right now, and it's really ticking me off. I want to play like 50 different things just all at the same time, and then I end up not playing anything. Does anyone else get like that with games? Very, very annoying. Does it sound like my Eldrazi deck's arriving today? It's in Chicago. Oh, you might update the updated delivery. I think I got an email saying that it was, but it could be still needing to be updated. Could be the exact same thing you're looking at. You know, I've never experienced that. Yeah, those nights of just staring at Steam and just being like, what the heck am I gonna play? Oh, that looks fun, and then you don't load anything. Yeah. I've just been doing that for like a couple weeks here. Very frustrating. Oh, it's the Miku cards today. Okay, they're out for delivery. Gotcha. Yeah, UPS is the most useless business to ever exist. Absolutely useless. Okay, well, I'm glad something arrives today at least. I'm obviously playing Indecision Simulator. I like it. I'm a pro with that. Turns out. 100% of it, got the platinum. Oh, USPS is good. Yeah, it's still better. UPS is, we call it useless. Yeah. Because all they do is just hand off to the other company anyway. So what's the point? Seems like Netflix. Spent more time looking for what to play than actually playing. Yeah. I think I'm spent on TCG and Satisfactory at this point. I'm also seeking a new game to dive into. I got to a point with TCG where it was like several, not even in-game days, IRL days, where I just didn't pull like anything remotely interesting. I was like, okay, well, this is slowing down quite a bit, and I'm not getting any of the usual fun stuff. I think I'm gonna step away here for a minute. USPS has the problem with the person in charge of it's actually trying to destroy it, so his private business can profit. I was almost tempted by Throne and Liberty, then I came to my senses. And my bike will come in. Are some paints worse to dry brush with? I find that some colors come off as chalky and textured when I dry brush. So you'll always get a little bit of texture when you dry brush. You'll get more of the chalky the more you dip into white. So if you're doing like those kind of final highlights with things. But yeah, you're always gonna get a little bit of a texture with dry brush. It's why I don't do a lot of dry brushing. I'll do it for like terrain and like facing and stuff like that. But yeah, you'll always get a little bit of it. But when you dip more into the white, you will get more of the chalkiness, unfortunately. How are you? What are you working on? What do we dry brush? Magpie, welcome in. How are you? Miss Man says I installed Throne and Liberty because I wanted to stop playing. Oh, Deadlock. I uninstalled both last night. Now I don't have a game to play. Why did we need away from Deadlock? I keep hearing now and then about Deadlock, but I really don't know a whole lot about it or like what people think. Mediocre, mid-teens, don't have a drive to go back for Throne and Liberty. It seemed, when I walked in while you were playing, it seemed pretty generic MMO. I didn't see anything that really spoke to me while you were playing. Space Marines and white and bone colors, that'll do it, yep. Yeah, unfortunately, those are gonna be rougher with the dry brush just because of the, when you get closer to white like that. Part of it is for whites and the kind of off-whites, the pigment break apart a little easier, so they're not gonna stay as cohesive within the medium as other colors. So that's when you start to get the kind of chalky or splotchy look. Trying to think what I'd recommend other than... If you want to minimize it, the softer brushes can help a bit. So if you know... A lot of people use the Artis Opus. I think they're wildly overpriced. If you get like a makeup brush, like I'm trying to see if I have one on my desk. Just like a really soft, I guess it's like an eyeshadow brush. I don't actually know. But those really soft makeup brushes, and you kind of do more of a stippling, that can give a softer effect than if you just had like a junky dry brush you're using. So maybe worth looking into a makeup brush to try the same effect. Once human is fine, but I don't care for seasonal resets. Are these a gift? Nope, these are mine. So this is a 3D print Sparrow that I printed and just working on because her DLC comes out soon. So I wanted to do another repaint here, kind of a timely repaint here on stream. But I hope these are for me. Need the brush to be slightly damp, not dry, contrary to the naming convention. Yeah, if anyone else has any tips, I don't dry brush a whole lot. If you have found something that works, let us know. I tend to do more layers, or if I'm doing a blend, I'll just hop on the airbrush. Quicker for me. Okay, this shadow needs to come all the way down, I think is what's goofing me up. Yep, that's what it was. There we go. I have that moment when I do the Dragon Ball figures all the time, where it's like one little piece is missing, and until I figure out what needs to change, it messes me up. That looks better. One too many silencer unstoppable fed haze ults. Okay, this is Deadlock. I'm like, ah, what did I just read? Killing 4 to 5 teammates. They can't do anything because she is CC immune. We can't do anything because her ult is shooting everyone with silence. Ah, so no abilities. Yeah, that seems a little ridiculous. But it says, it might be time to finally finish Divinity 2, so I can start Baldur's Gate 3. If you needed a game to absolutely dive into, there you go. There you go. I think this would be in the same shade right down here. I use the e.l.f. makeup brushes for dry brushing. They do a decent job. Nice and soft, yep, and cheap. So you don't have to worry about too much about ruining a brush. You can pick up a handful of them and go to town. But yeah, we use the e.l.f. for, I think it was like Morphe, depending on where you're shopping. But yeah, those cheap makeup brushes go a long way. Now, give me an AoE ult so it slaughters tanks in about a second with a massive AoE on a character with stealth. Just got fed up with it. Yep. I could see that being very frustrating. That makes sense. He can always play LOL. Live Menace. Welcome in. Welcome in. How you doing today? I'm trying to figure out these feathers as we talk here. Going okay. It's going okay. Get her into the gauntlet of me. Sounds good. Well, it doesn't sound good, but I hope it goes well. We'll see you later. Deadlock very much has the MOBA player base. I just got some cheap makeup brushes from Amazon. Seem to be better than actual dry brushes I've been using. Yeah, I don't. I've got a few like cruddy brushes that I keep around for like terrain and stuff. Otherwise, I usually use the makeup brushes. Where is... I think I'm just gonna keep the same. If I keep kind of the same shadow movement, I think that'll work. Yeah, this feather specifically is messing me up. Messing me up. I haven't played LOL since season 3, and it's like season 1500 now, right? Man, I haven't played that in forever. I'm excited for Arcane though, the show. Anyone else looking forward to Arcane? I now can't remember when that is, but I'll watch me some Arcane. I think I need to keep this right there here. Okay, it's better. We're getting there. There's still a piece I'm missing. Getting better. Keep working it. I've never played League. Seemed too much like hard work. Just toxic AF. I played a little bit, and that's all I ever need to play of that game. That was even, God, more than 10 years ago. That's all I ever need to play of that game. I'm good. I've never considered playing League. Keep it that way. Yeah. Keep it that way. Yeah, what is everyone else playing? I guess I'll just wait till I get to play Dragon Ball, honestly. I kept trying to like pick something, but I'm a little sad because I started Dark Souls 3 and then I got a little distracted, and I know that I'll love it when I get back to it, but I don't feel like I have the time for it right now. Helping my mommy out was too distracting for me. Okay, he's got like a necklace, and I can't tell. The art's a little small on my end to figure out what color necklace it is. I'll go ahead and start his eyes, though. Going back to State of Decay 2 is chill zombie killing. Aside from the wretched hive that is the community, Riot Games also underpay people like Disney does. Yeah, Riot's got a fair amount of issues. Underpaying is probably the, how am I trying to say this? One of the better problems coming out of Riot. I still didn't finish Fallout 4, but I downloaded Fallout 76 when I went to work, so I played a couple of hours of that today. This little face here is going to need a fair amount of black lining as well. Maybe that's a good place to work for a little bit. I was sad the Dark Souls franchise went on sale the other day, but that did not include Armored Core, so I didn't pick it up. Maybe like winter sale. Pick up some Armored Core to try. Sarah says, after years of being clean, WoW has finally got me good again. Playing a war with my wife's Demon Hunters. So that and Space Marine 2 are my games right now. Nice. I hope you enjoy. I think the expansions used to like make me miss WoW, but I think I'm finally at a point where I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Hope you guys enjoy. People seem to be enjoying the new expansions. That's good. Well, I want to try the other Armored Core games, but they're hard to find anywhere that aren't on Steam. Yeah, you've got to get a console at that point, unfortunately. I'm always glad when they start to bring more of those games to PC. For like any of us who either missed it or didn't have the console or don't have it now. It's always nice when they bring them ahead to Steam and things. Alright, just doing the same black lining on his face. We'll have to clean this up a little bit with our latest green, but for now we'll get his little teeth and everything in here. The hobby news, I think I saw more Necromunda, the little squats. Who's excited for more squats? I do like their like mining hands. Just over MMOs that have reduced progression to dailies and weeklies. Yeah, I should have said new MMOs doing that. I'll go back and play Guild Wars 2. It's basically free for me to do that. I don't know, like, I know I've said I didn't like the newest Final Fantasy 14 expansion. I don't know if it's, I think it's a mix of like the expansion itself, and then I don't know that I'm an MMO person anymore. Which is weird with how much I used to play WoW. And I did, like, played a fair amount of 14. I just don't know that I'm an MMO person anymore. There's a ton of stuff you can do by yourself now, or with small groups. It's helped us stay away from the toxic side. Remind us why we loved this a match back in the day. The story's pretty good this time around. Good. Glad to hear that. I did notice that about 14, though. How much less toxic the community is compared to WoW. That part was nice. Yeah, I don't know if it was just the expansion or if I just can't do MMOs anymore. The little squats, yeah. Recommenda. I'm trying to start out my Pumpkin Plague Marines, but it's difficult. When a game feels like a job, it's time to quit. Yeah. Yeah. And especially like Wasted Mind said, the dailies and stuff, I definitely can't do dailies anymore. I can do it to like a point. If you have like doing like one or two things, that's fine. But if I like, I'm dragging myself to the computer because I have to do my dailies. No. Not interested anymore. What do you do when your job starts to feel like a game, though? You go hard. Go hard. Alright. Highlight his little eyeballs. Alright, I think the other thing we need to figure out is the color of his cloak has a little bit of the green in it. I don't know what color to use for that. We may be mixing here in a minute, because I do want to bring some of that in. But it's a very, like, kind of a brown gray. So maybe our Skaven colors would be a good match. But that's what we've got to figure out next. I don't get his Rift. Like 10 plus years ago, let you stack dailies for up to a week, run all in one day. Why don't other games do that? Rift had a lot of cool stuff, and it's kind of a shame it didn't do well. I played a bit of Rift. Had some cool ideas. Hey, Wild Wolf, welcome in. I haven't played much of Dawn Trail for 14. I've mostly been playing an alt character through Post Heaven's Word. Endwalker expansion was great. Endwalker was very good. Yes. That is probably because I was super late to 14. Endwalker is definitely the one I spent the most time with. How are you today? Welcome in. Let me get that green out again and clean up her little face. There's the one who combined different classes. Rift, I just remember like the kind of the fates in 14. That was the first game I had played where it really had like that type of world interaction like that. I don't remember the classes, sorry, it's been too long. No. Okay, we're gonna try these scathing colors. If they don't work, then I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Rift had it too. Okay. They had the Soul Tree system. I feel like most people who played WoW back in the day, like during Wrath of the Lich King BC area, we just had more time to fixate on it. We're older now and time is limited, so smaller bite-sized content works better now. I know it irks some people off. Yeah, I think that is part of it. I think part of it is just like, and it may be tied to what you just said, but it's just like, I hate when I feel like you're wasting my time. If I don't feel like I'm getting anything out of it, I'm gonna drop it. And that could very much be kind of in that same idea, same thought. But yeah, I remember playing Rift. What was the other one? Era? Is that right? Like a little bit after Rift. Hey, Greenleaf, welcome in. Do I ever stretch? Never. I mean, yeah, when I work out and stuff, I stretch. How are you? If I got a full commission day, I will. What you up to today? Do I do it on stream? No. I'll do a little stretch. However, MMOs have single player options in them. Glad WoW has added in too. I don't usually want to pug or go into a guild to do most content. I like running dungeons, which is missing in most single player games. Yeah, because you've got to have basically AI smart enough to like actually help you, which can be tricky. I do love that in 14 and then that WoW has added it too, where you don't necessarily have to have a full group. That is nice. Because yeah, it could very quickly turn into a Space Marine situation where the AI is not smart enough to really help you out. I miss the old WoW communities was about the journey, not the end game. I still say the cross-server stuff is what killed WoW, in my opinion. When you could just pug everything and you didn't have to, like, be nice on the server or you're gonna get blacklisted by the server. That's what killed WoW. The cross-server stuff. That's why I never launched Learn and Liberty. Apparently super guild-based and gearing is controlled by the guild. Yeah. Like, that's great if you've got a giant guild already ready to go, but pretty much I'm dropping it. Science graphically and visuals, but ended up being 99% guild focus is bullet. Yep, that's not your jam, then makes sense. When looking for group as a channel, not a mechanic. Yep. Yep. Crossover killed server communities. Yep. And that killed. I think that killed WoW. At least for me. As someone who started in end of vanilla BC. Having all of that definitely killed things. Not sure if the drink container is big enough. Listen, I go through like 3 or 4 of these every day. That's my protein shake. I need it. Don't take my protein from me, Emperor. Listen. Need more drink container. I would go through it. I would go through it. If I could sit here with my giant, like, 5-gallon thing, I would do it. I would do it. Having a good rep as a healer was a big deal. Or tank, yep. Yep. Just being reliable, being nice. Because if you weren't, the whole server knew it. Now you just hit a button, you end up with people. It doesn't matter if you're nice or not. Doesn't matter if you know what you're doing or not. I always keep going back to it and I enjoy it, but our guild is a shell since the GMO died a few years ago. Never revived, but I also don't have the heart to leave. I understand that, yeah. That's tricky. Need a 4-time-sized drink container? Clearly. Clearly. I need more drink. No refill, only fill. Yeah, if it was smaller, I'd be up and down like all day. No, thank you. No, thank you. Never gonna get on the solo stuff. Just say hi to folks every once in a while. But like I was gonna say, like if you're good with that, then that's totally fine. If that is if that's your jam anyway. I don't know how much you want to do like raiding or anything, but that may be okay. Okay, I'm gonna do some shading on the underside before we start doing more highlights. A lot of the repaints is cutting undercuts. So everything under the folds of the fabrics. Under different details. Almost like a WoW Pandaria. Endless reps log, yeah. Return briefly to set fire till Drassel. I stopped raiding in Cataclysm. And I only like dipped my toes into a couple expansions after that because I missed it and I wanted to play, but I never enjoyed it the same way. And like we did have a really friendly guild and pretty involved in all that. And I guess like Sly said, like I don't want to leave, but I'm not enjoying it. A lot of my guild left when Age of Conan came out. We know how that ended. I'd like to raid again, but I wouldn't do it with randoms. We've been missing its daily farming quest. Yeah, log in and play 3 hours of dailies. That was a lot. It was a lot. I couldn't do it. And then I just finally stopped giving up. Or finally stopped trying. I gave up. I gave up on WoW. I think we tried a little bit of Warlords of Draenor. Played a little bit of that, but then I saw it quickly becoming, okay, here is your like fortress and you have to do shit in it. And it's like, I don't want to do this. This is not why I'm playing WoW. And that's when I bounced for the last time. Alright, so for anyone coming in, because it's been a little bit, we are working on Dizzy from Guilty Gear. I'm trying to get this wing worked up today. He's given me some problems as far as shading, but I think we're getting closer. Just a matter of working the bits a few times to get that shading where it needs to be. So he will fit there. And we do have one more wing that we may start here in just a little bit. That will fit. Slot, and I can't seem to, there we go. So eventually it will look like this. And we're just trying to get the wings highlighted and details there before I go back, and I've got to get her face and a couple more little details I want to do. I'm just so wrapped around her, it's kind of hard to take on and off. I'm too tired these days. Can't stay up till 2 a.m. and then go to work for 9 a.m. At least not every night, not like I used to. Every now and then it's kind of. I'm at Cracker Barrel and they have the cinnamon roll toys. My mind is collapsing. Amazing. Alright, we're gonna do the top highlight and then I think come back for kind of that mid one. Just wasn't seeing a huge difference. Do this first and kind of work our way there. Highlight down here along the fold of the fabric. What is everyone up to today? What do we got, chat? Just work for me today. Nothing crazy. I'll probably take another long day, so I've set for Friday off. If I can get those scouts pretty far along, I'll be happy with that. I got a lot done yesterday, but I'm at the point where I'm at the edge highlights and panel lining that I've been putting off. Probably need to do that today. Get it done. What are you guys up to? Only so long I can put some of that off. I think I'm gonna do our kind of mid-tone here for the bottom of that. I'm excited. I got someone reached out for Dragon Ball repaints. And I hope it works out because I'd like to do them. Sounded like it would be a handful. So excited to do more of that if it works out. Definitely enjoying the kind of 2D style. Even though it breaks my brain, it's like it breaks it in the best way. Getting to figure it out as we go. I think another reason I'm not enjoying Warhammer as much as I get a little bored. I've just painted so much of that style that I get a little bored. So having something more like this is more interesting to me. And then, yeah, we're gonna have to look up his necklace. I don't know what color that's supposed to be. I was trying to go through, there's a website called Dust Loop, where if you're practicing a character, it'll give you the inputs and stuff to do. Just try and see if I can get him in a different position, but I didn't see anything. That would be super helpful, so. I think these scathing colors are working pretty well, though. I feel like it may need a little bit more contrast, but they seem to be working. I need like one more. I'm trying to think what it would be. Maybe Baneblade brown? Feels like that's gonna get really tan though. Gorthor with a little brown, maybe? I guess chat, do you have any projects where you're trying new things? What is everyone practicing on right now? While I practice my 2D stuff. What have you guys got? Hey Hoodguard, welcome in. How are you today? We are doing a little bit of a 2D paints with Dizzy from Guilty Gear. Just a very different style. This will kind of wrap around her when he's done. And then he has another wing. Goes up here. Which we may start here in a moment because I'm getting a little... My brain needs a break. But eventually this will be attached. Ooh, some airbrush OSL. Let's go. What miniature is that on? I'm excited to see. It can definitely speed things up with the airbrush. Depending on the style you're going for. Well, come on in. Good to see ya. I think OSL is probably something I should spend some more time on. Non-metallic is something I always want to spend more time on. Don't always get the time. Ooh, Ooh, doing spooky diorama for competition. Salamander fighting off flayed ones. That's perfect. That might know something I'm obsessed with right now. It's hard not to be, like, when you get started on it. Just like all you want to practice for a little bit. It's hard not to be. Priming with airbrush was a game changer for me, that's for sure. Yeah. I would agree for us too. It makes a big difference. Even just like the big gradients makes a big difference. Okay, I know I have the like reference there in the corner, but it's too small for me, so I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone real quick. I'm not ignoring you, chat. I need my reference. I need to find out what color his necklace is, and he's also got some markings on his cloak. I can't really tell where they need to be. Okay, so they're kind of a cream off-white and then silver for the necklace. Okay, perfect. Let's do that then. I think we may dip into a Shakti bone for that. Give us a little bit of the yellow in there. So, and then we got plenty of silvers. I can appreciate the skill and appeal of non-metallic. I wonder why people feel the need to put down good old metallic paints. For me, it's learning the lighting and everything and the reflections and all of that. So it's just like you can use the same lighting sources and stuff with metallic paints, but like having to add that little extra yourself through the use of the non-metallics, it's an extra challenge. Yeah. I know that not everyone likes the non-metallic because, like, if you changing the angle can kind of make the model look a little funky. But yeah, it's just that extra little of. I did that. Light, I know, it bounces off stuff. And then it interacts with different colors. You've got the light bouncing off the mini and then bouncing off the stuff around the mini. All kinds of things to think about. Just depends if you want to do that or not. Not everyone does. I think it's a very good learning tool, even if you don't like it. I was like doing a mix. Rough non-metallic with a light airbrushing. I don't know, air metallic looks great. I think my preferred, so if I were to just like paint a mini for myself, probably metallic paints, but then bringing in some of it, yeah. So I guess kind of like you said, a mix. Using the same principles to like layer the metallics, but as opposed to just metallic wash highlight. Layering the metallics is probably my favorite way to go about it. Okay, these patterns are kind of wild. I'm gonna make sure I can. You're about NPB? You know me, Bill. How are you? Welcome in. How you doing? You disseminating false information about light and science again? That's me. What you up to? Welcome. I tried your Wani Connie last night and I liked it. And then I got angry because they're like, you need to wait till tomorrow to do more. I'm like, okay, you right. You need to wait. I'm like, okay. I'll be back tomorrow. Dude, finishing the anchoring the cabinets. Let's go. Let's go. Getting close. Is that what do we have left? Or is that kind of end steps here? I think it's a neat system, yeah. I liked the, I was giggling when it was giving, like, the examples and stuff. I think I learned, those all the radicals that I'm learning now, so it's like ground, barb, mouth. Got to, like, I think it was 2 or 3 rounds of those. And it's like, all right, the next one. And they're like, come back tomorrow. And I was like, no. I'm having fun now. So I will Whenever they decide to give me more lessons, I will do it. I don't know if that's today or... They sent me an email saying, like, why do I have to wait? And it's because that's how your brain works for memory. And I'm like, okay. But whenever they have stuff for me, I'll go back to it. So thank you for the recommendation. I do like it. It'll quickly pile up in the next few weeks. Gotcha. But basically, I just ran the gauntlet of that. I did the Busu like I've been doing, and then a little bit of Duolingo. So I'll keep doing it, even though it's mostly vocab stuff. I'll do it for now. I'm trying to speedrun learning a language. I'm like, cool. Next. Gorge Panda, hello, how are you? That's right, we're min-maxing. That's right. Go. I don't know, I feel like if I'm teaching myself, like, I have to stay at a pretty good pace to make sure I don't, like, abandon it, you know? I feel like that's my fear, is without without an instructor, I don't want to fall off track here. I'm gonna crouch jump through the wall. I know Japanese. Mikey Vengeance, welcome in. How are you today? That's right, Nihon, go. Go. I need to know it now. I mean, I've wanted to learn it for forever, so it is hard for me to not want to keep going. But yeah, I definitely want to make sure I stay on top of it. But yeah, how much more of your room you got to go here, bro? So sorry, I just get really excited and I like to share my updates. All of chat's being dragged along. My updates. Nike, what you up to today? We are working on, this is Dizzy from Guilty Gear. So we started her, I think a couple weeks ago. And then this is the first wing, so he will actually connect on her back and kind of loop around like that. And then we have the other wing that I will probably start here in just a moment. And that'll loop around the other way. And then hopefully we can get her finished up here before her DLC comes out. That's the plan. But getting some of the smaller stuff on him that I couldn't see in our little reference image down there. It's a little small for the necklace and stuff. Getting all that taken care of today. Everything I have is built and set up now. About to transfer minis back in. Let's go. That's exciting. Go. Not a damn thing. That sounds like a good day, Mike. Yeah, personal project. This was a 3D print. So this is from NomNom Figures. That has been sitting in the printing backlog for far too long. And now her DLC's coming out, so I figured it was the perfect time to go ahead and print her and start working on her. Get some more practice on my 2D repaints. Seemed like a good fit to bring on for a little bit. Matt, welcome in. How are you? Easy to find you in the new category. It's interesting. I'm gonna keep an eye on it versus like Warhammer. Welcome on in. Have you been checking out the category a lot here? I guess chat. Have you been using the new miniatures category more than Warhammer? I know that when I used to stream to art, I never got as many... Like, Warhammer is definitely the better category for me. But I paint a lot of Warhammer. Art's interesting because you've got all the digital artists as well. So you kind of get... You get a little buried. But I feel like this category could potentially be a little bit better than that. Depending on what you're working on. But yeah, who's been using this category? Curious. I think that's the other thing, bro. So, and I was kind of waiting to see if chat kind of said the same. I never search by category, so. I follow so many already. I don't really go browsing. Yeah. I don't think I've ever searched by category. I'll look for a game, like if there's a game I want to see, but usually I'm following enough people that I'll wait. I've seen that the Warhammer category is a lot lower than it was. I only use the category when I'm trying to find new people. It'll be interesting. I will be hopping back and forth depending on if I'm working on Warhammer. I think I may be the weird one because I like to work on different things, but like even when we're working on things like Guilty Gear, I'm talking Warhammer. So like I feel like either category works for me, but I'm gonna experiment here, I think. Like my numbers are lower today, but is that because of the category or because it's not Warhammer? That's the tricky bit. Okay, chat, thank you. I'm always curious. I feel like a lot of people find people to follow and not necessarily the like Matt said. If you're looking for someone new, you'll use it. Otherwise, you will find them other ways. So it's always interesting to see what you guys say. How do I find my preferred ASMR? I've already got them. I already got them. Like I'm looking for new people. I tend to go by what's recommended by others, or the viewers also watch. That's always a good way to find it. I've found a lot of people that same way. Where you kind of end up in communities with the same vibe, I think. So if you have a more, I don't know, more cozy streamer, people are usually watching other people of that same vibe. If you go from a cozy streamer to like someone screaming about LOL, that's probably not happening a whole lot. Like obviously some people will watch both, but overarching, the overlap is probably pretty small. New categories overall, lower overall viewership than an established category. Yeah, everybody have a good one. Bye-bye for now. Look at miniatures category as a whole, your top stream at the moment. But that's the, I guess, part of what I'm trying to figure out is like, that's because I have an established community, right? Like, I don't know how many people are finding me because I'm in the category. That's the part I've got to figure out and watch here. Use my data analytic brain. Some days I just don't care. I just don't want to work on Warhammer, so it's not going to matter. Some days I just want to get on here and paint my, well, 3D printed stuff, so then it won't matter anyway. But as it being part of my business, like it's something I have to keep an eye on at least. Okay, thank you, chat. That was helpful. I'm searching music. I'm looking for right bops for Friday night living room rave time. Let's go. DJ's using those chicken dog toys to make the loud wheeze out there. The DJ category is pretty fun. When they did the new category for that, I spent like that whole night just going to different DJs and the cool setups they have. I love Nye Beats has the camera on the rotating. So like as she's DJing, the camera's moving. It looks so sick. I have a calming presence. Thank you. Until chat becomes chaos. Look at the Warhammer category at the moment. Viewership would likely be similar for this time slot and content. Yeah, like so much of streaming is you follow for that person too. So it'll be interesting to see. I think if I go to raid, that kind of opens up maybe. I still think the big winner of the new category is going to be anyone who's like sculpting miniatures. Because then you're out of the art category. You're into the like baby. You're into the community looking for what you're doing. I still think sculptors are going to make out the best. It's only DJ stream in the late nights. I got this. Give me all of the chicken dog toys. I got this. You can multi-category stream? Well, there's tags. So I still have like Warhammer in my tags. I think the tags are more helpful than anything, honestly. So I've still got miniatures and Warhammer in my tags. But people can still find me. Do like anime mixes? There you go. Special team cannon. Seen a few Warhammers and miniatures cat instead of Warhammer. Like everyone will just kind of find where they're cozy. It's fun to have something new to try though. They may like the vibes of the, because it's like makers and crafting. It's just a very cozy little category. So if you like more of that cozy vibe and like the people in that category, you like that better. You might not get as many viewers, but that's what you're going for. If it's his hobby and not part of job like mine is. That could be a part of it too. Sorry, trying to get the highlighting. Oh, thank you. He does have a calming presence until Alien Isolation 2 drops. Yup. Who is interested in Alien Isolation 2? I guess I'll watch someone play it. I guess I'll watch someone. Remember when Twitch changed their TOS and art was just twerking video for 3 days? Yeah, because people can't read. Well, the problem wasn't the twerking, it was the artistic nudity. People couldn't read. Twerking's still fine. Artistic nudity, not so much. There was something that came out yesterday where the VTubers are having to change their models to cover their hips too. I guess they clarified. Hips need to be covered. The hips do lie, actually. Do lie. Turns out. So that'll be interesting to see too. We'll see if we'll see how enforcement is on things. I think it's always the tricky bit. Most of the darkest days of my existence on this app, it was funny. I can't take the big banana organs everywhere, yes. Yes. Banana organs. I need more Dan to Danver immediately. I was reading the manga and I don't know. I feel like I've gotten to the point where like season 1 will cover what I have read, but I probably should read a little bit first. It's so good. It's such a wild, wild manga. I'm in love with it. Twerking for twerking's sake is not just, it's not just for twerking's sake though. Your second example doesn't get you paid, you know? All the group work in my Japanese classes. Oh, I've been talking about it. It's taken over all conversations. Yes. Oh, Miku the Gathering is here. Let's go. I'm excited to see your pretty card. Okay. I'm not super happy with this necklace, but I think I need to not work on him for a little bit. I think I need to come back. But here is where it's at so far. The feathers still aren't right, but I need to look away from them for a second. It's still not right, but I can't make it right this second. So let's work on the other wing, which I honestly have been putting off because it's going to be a lot of white highlighting. But it's going to be really pretty. So let's start that. I'm honestly dreading this half. Got building a waifu deck. They're very pretty cards. Very pretty cards. So Scott got the secret layer with Hatsune Miku. I still keep going back and forth on the Peach Momoko set, but don't play blue, so it doesn't make any sense for me to get them. But I might get like the because it's sick. I already have playmats too, though. If you want to put them in sleeves, I would feel better, just because I have paint. I don't want to mess up your pretty cards. Okay, I'm gonna figure out. We need to get shade for this. We need to get our highlights, which I've got the pure white. I think I'm gonna grab both in as well. I'm gonna wait to see if Scott comes back first. Okay, not yet. Let me get Ultimate out. that. What do I want to shade with? Maybe. And maybe. Gotta pull them all out. We're gonna need them. Let's pull out all the blues. We're gonna need them. There's a fair amount we can try. I'll also do the stream things. Tomorrow, we're back with video games. We are going to pick up Ace Attorney. So we are on the second game now. If you guys want to join us for some video games, that'll be tomorrow. Oh, Scott has arrived. You guys want to see the Miku cards? Oh. Fancy box. Best friends are like different notes that create a beautiful chord together. Aww. Aww. Fancy box. Pretty. Okay. Here's what we got. We got Jace. Now it's Kaido. Mysterious Maestro. Tiny. Also got Len and Rin. Harmony Incarnate. Tiny. Miku, Voice of Power. Which, as a green girly, I have to read it. The Planeswalker, create a 1/1 green elf druid creature token. Adds a forest. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Draw a card for each green creature you control. Commander Miku. Alright, we've also got Maiko, Explosive Entertainer. 4 red. Oh, counts as Chandra. Luca, the Traveling Sound. I think the hollow one, this one works better than some of the others. It's very pretty. She's Liliana. And then the really pretty one, Miku, Divine Diva. Maiko is, a bonus card. I guess that's standard then, because I know my Not a Wolf had a bonus as well. The Elf Polyest of Elf Ball. Medallion, welcome in, how are you? So this is Elspeth. Gain a life for each creature you control. Create 3 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Destroy all permanents except for lands and tokens. And I already hate Scott's deck. We add Miku to it. And that's all we got. Mythaline, what you up to? These just arrived in the mail, so we had to take a look. Put it back in all of the fancy packaging. Panda says, and WoW news, I got an updated eye level on my tier helmet today. I got to 605 eye level for DPS. Raid leader wants me to DPS tonight instead of heal, so that'll be fun. We're at probably go burr. Well, good. Getting out of healing is always good. Do you enjoy Paladin? That's the one class I never tried healing on. Paladin. It's so tank focused. Waiting for a bar end to drop at work? I'm not sure what that means, sorry. But I hope we're going well. Okay, we need to start shading down this wing. I think I'm trying to figure out which one we want to start with to try. I don't think that's dark enough. I'm leaning toward this alt dwarf, but it feels very dark. Which may be okay, because 2D, it always feels too dark until you do the black lining and then it comes together. This also might be good as a mid-tone. I don't know, her shadow is pretty dark. Going up to that white highlight, it's pretty stark. Let's try a tiny bit of this. See if we like it. Oh, machining is boring sometimes. Paladin healing is fun. Not a whole lot of AoE, but it's still pretty fun. Yeah, at least when I played, it was very tank focused. You were tank healer. Which I guess could be fun. I like to play Disc Priest when I very rarely healed on my Priest, but when I did, it was Disc. It was much more focused as well. It was very dark. Also not mixed super great. Let me try and mix this a little bit more. I feel like if I was raid healing, I'd want to heal with like a druid. It'd be more fun for me. I actually went back to my paladin instead of hunter for this expansion. I was such an awful hunter. I tried playing a hunter. Hunter and rogue just never clicked for me. I was garbage at both of them. I was so bad at rogue. Alright, I think that's okay. Oh, is rogue in a bad spot right now? That's too bad. A good rogue is fun to watch. I was just trash at it. The only healer I was ever good at, is shaman healing. I like to pocket heal. Like, I liked smaller, like, battleground stuff as disc. But I wouldn't want to raid heal, no. That sounds miserable. To me, personally, that sounds miserable. Alright, try this. Okay, it's not as dark as it. Good, 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 good. We're gonna do the same kind of idea for her, but keeping our light source in mind. Our Pally's fun back in Wrath of Lich King. Usually ended up tanking or healing as Pally. They make up 73% of healers in Mythic Plus dungeons. Shaman healing right now is bonkers. Oh, that's awesome. Classes I dislike. Rogue, Monk, Evoker. The rest I don't mind. Death Knight, when it first came out, was pretty fun to tank with. I did a lot of blood tanking on my Death Knight. Bear tanking when you just had to stack stam was pretty fun. I enjoyed leveling up my warrior. I don't know that I would do warrior like in a raid setting, but I enjoyed leveling my warrior. Unholy tanking. I know frost could get ridiculous too. Blood tanking's still pretty bonkers. So much healing. Yep. I think when I stopped playing, it could kind of shifted back to frost, but I know it can. I know that it can move around. Weasel, welcome in. How are you today? What you up to? We are working on, this is Dizzy from Guilty Gear. This is a 3D print from NomNom Figures that we've had sitting in the old backlog for too long. But her DLC is coming up soon for Guilty Gear, so it's time to get her printed, time to get her started. So here's where we're at so far, and this is the other wing that will be here-ish when we're done. Blood tanking during Legion had me like, I'm invincible. I have a 4-set bonus to my tier stuff, so it'll be fun. Good. Fellow Paladin main. I'm so excited for Will to get back to WoW. Great. Will's WoW arc. Alright, her hair, we also need to get kind of the underside here. And then we gotta start the highlights that are a little scary. But if we never start, she'll never get done, so we're gonna dive on in. Trying to figure out how I'm gonna do some of the folds and things here. I bring some of the shade up, but not too much. Keep it mostly underneath. Some regular palettes and stuff this expansion. Wow, Paladin conversation. Reform my brain from several being in the Cracker Barrel. I don't want to do this. I keep looking at the reference like it's gonna help me. It's not. It's not gonna help me. Just straight up not. It's nowhere near the same pose. I don't know why I keep trying to use it. This place is the site of grace for white people. The Firelink Shrine, if you will. So that we're all to be here. I think, at least in my mind, it's like the Firelink Shrine of like older white people too. Is I guess because I've always visited them in like the Midwest, and like the only people up getting breakfast at Cracker Barrel, old white people. So yeah, cinema roll would be a little disorienting. Tsunami Ghost, welcome in. I saw Twitch added 2 new categories. Checking them out. These seem to be cozy streams, so welcome on in. So I'm Nikki. Hello. We usually paint a lot of Warhammer. So I don't know if you're familiar with Warhammer, but for Warhammer 40k, this is what we were working on yesterday. So lots of miniatures for tabletop gaming, board gaming, D&D, things like that. I've got these. Got for my Space Wolves. And then today I've got a 3D print, and this is Dizzy from Guilty Gear. I've just recently gotten into Guilty Gear, and her DLC is coming up soon, so I figured it was a good time to go ahead and bring her out. Oh wait, Emperor, if you're here. I grabbed something off the shelf, but I'll wait till I see you. But yeah, that's we tend to just kind of nerd out and work on miniatures, so welcome on in. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'm happy to show what I'm doing, what I'm working on. But we're happy to have you. Thanks for coming to check out the category. I appreciate it. I do want to check out the Lego category as well. I actually have a new Lego set we may do one day. You are here. I went to pull out the, it's not feathers, sorry. I went to pull out the kill team because you mentioned we should work on kill team on stream. Here are my Corsairs. I think what happened though, I think I only built like 3 of them. I know I worked on the one with the bird also. I don't think I built the other one. I think because I got these early from Games Workshop, and I think I built enough to be able to like submit stuff, and then I just didn't do the rest of them. So my goal later this week is to try and find the rest of the team to work on. But there's my Corsairs. I just figured I'd show you since I found them yesterday. But if I can find the rest of them, we'll do that. I at least need to get them built. I have not sculpted these models. Nope. So these are from a 3D sculptor called NomNom Figures. So they do a lot of sculpts for like anime figures, video game figures. But I printed them. I didn't sculpt this myself, but you may in this category find people who do that. I don't know if there's Comet Lord, who we worked with on a Kickstarter. I don't know if he's moved over to this category or not, but you may find some of the sculptors here in the category too. I think they would do really well over here. Let me scroll back up here. I think I missed something. Nikki here, absolutely correct. Cracker Barrel and old white people, because it's the name of the restaurant. I also think people don't appreciate Cracker Barrel. He just had to deal with inevitable disappointment. So my mom is from, like, my whole family's from Illinois. And so, like, moving down to Texas, we didn't have Cracker Barrel until, like, just recently. So whenever we would go on trips, my mom would always want to hit them on the way either up or down. And, like, so for the longest time, my memories of Cracker Barrel was being forced to eat breakfast at, like, 6 a.m. I'm not a breakfast person to begin with. For the longest time, I hated Cracker Barrel. Now that I'm older and I'm not having to eat at 6 a.m., it's not bad. It's not my first choice, but it's not bad. But that was like my memories of Cracker Barrel was having to eat at like 6 or 7 a.m. before we would get on the road and then be in the car all day. So now, like, there are some closer to us, and it's just like, I'm good. Like, every now and then, maybe. I'm good. I think this worked for today's display. Time to make more progress on Physics. Let's go. Thank you, Emperor. I've had so many talented people in these categories. It's really fun seeing the art side of Twitch. Like, I know everyone thinks the video game side, which obviously there are very talented people there too. But a different kind of expertise here in the art stuff. I found blacksmiths in the like art section. I found glass blowers. There's all kinds of fun stuff in the like art categories for the makers and crafting. But yeah, thank you so much for coming to check it out. I appreciate it. Family from Illinois. Scott's parcel listed as being in Chicago. Conspiracy, maybe. Maybe. Okay, we gotta get the lighting on this right. He is coming down this way, which means I probably overdid that, but this neck definitely needs it. And then we have to remember which freaking blue I airbrushed her, because I don't remember. Oh, that's okay. We'll figure it out, chat. Post my, ooh, we got some updated WoW drip. Excited to see after stream, Panda. Especially like tier sets for WoW. They're always fun. Obviously some sets better than others, but it did feel good getting a full set. Is there anything you're working on, Tsunami? Any artsy hobbies yourself? Or other hobbies? I think within our community, we have a lot of tabletop players, we have a lot of Magic players, RPGs, we keep talking about WoW and video games as well. Scorpion, thank you so much for that sub for 12 months of support. I really appreciate it. How are you today? Welcome, welcome in. I am trying to find highlights for this mini. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. I go full white or do I go slightly off white? This tier set for the paladin, I'm not 100% sure I like. There's one thing I don't like. Shoulders have these little wings on them. They do bouncies. When you walk, they don't look intimidating. The fact that you called them little bouncies is definitely doesn't bode well for it. You got your shoulder bouncies? Leave her to Coachella. Yeah, not quite. Not quite the dungeon boss fighting vibe, maybe. I've been so busy I haven't had much hobby time. The night project kind of fell by the wayside. I was about to ask. Okay, so it's on the back burner for the moment. Hopefully all good, busy. It's good to see ya. Life do be lifin'. You know how that goes. They'll be ready when you are, you know? Alright, we're gonna try this highlight. Like right here, in case I don't like it. Then it'll be easy to cover it back up. Lemon Frost, welcome in. How are ya? Oh, we're transmogging it, look like. Fixing the shoulder bouncies. Still look like, but they're bouncy, so it's not intimidating. I do want to take a look. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I mean, they're not. I don't want to. I don't want to say anything mean about it. Tier set. Super intimidating to start with, and then bouncing. Yeah, I could see how that's that adds another layer of not super intimidating. I can see that. We're having an amazing morning. So good. So far, so good here. Just trying to get highlights and stuff figured out. That's about it for me. Glad you're doing well. This is kind of the side I've been dreading just because it's a lot of white. For working with white paint is not always the most fun. But I think we'll get it figured out here today. Oh, look horrible. When you walk and bounce, they lose it. Yeah. They're jaunty. Jaunty, bouncy wings. Alright, I'll leave some of our blue in between. Even for the, like, 2D style, even a little bit in between is good. We're just gonna work our way around. Here. And then we'll figure out where the black lining needs to be with all these different kind of clusters of hair. Different sections, it's probably a better word. Living Frosty, we've been playing a lot of WoW here as well. Okay, I'm gonna go over streamer stuff because I don't think I actually finished last time. Tomorrow we're gonna be getting back to Ace Attorney. We're gonna be starting the second game, so if you guys enjoyed the Ace Attorney streams, we'll be back tomorrow. We've got our rigged emote and now our new photograph emote ready to roll, so I'm excited. But that'll be tomorrow. I also owe you guys destroyed the sub goal yesterday, so I'm gonna try and come up with a list here for you guys to vote on what we work on stream next. So as soon as I have that, I will throw it in the Discord and we'll have it here on stream. I want to pick a good variety of stuff, see what I've got that we can get kind of together here. So as soon as I've got that, I will let you guys know. I went ahead and I threw another one for our noob sub goal. We can just stack them. We can just do chat chooses everything ever. If you want, that's it. And I think that's all the announcements I've got. I do need to record the September challenge. I will do that. I'll find time for that here. Oh, maybe next week, honestly. We'll get that recorded. I think that's all I got. Otherwise, it'll just be a lot of mini painting. That's in the new patch. That's when I changed my Hunter and Warrior to, Drakthir. Is that a character swap? Okay, I think the Ulthwyn Grey's working pretty well. I'll still get a little bit of that blue. It was nice. But you can see from the reference there, it is a lot of the white. I think this is working well. I'll take a couple coats, because obviously we're working with white paint. Tends to be a pain. Alright, so her whole... Let me pull up my phone reference again. Before I tackle the face, I don't want to goof that up. Face is very much this top highlight too. Okay. I guess in the art too, it's more of a light blue than a pure white. So maybe we go back. I just don't really have a color like that. And I kind of like the contrast of the white. So maybe as we work down, we'll just keep more of the blue and it'll even out here a bit. Oh no, I lost taste, by the way. I know this coffee should taste like, but it doesn't. It makes me sad. Oh no. It was just smell yesterday, right? That must be so weird. I've never had that. Oh no, Jesse, losing your mind on this project. Is this a new project? You said already, so it sounded like maybe it is. I think if we keep the white as our top highlight, this will be fine. Or the old one. Yeah, as the day went on, it went away. Oh gosh. That must be the wildest thing. Same client, new project. More of the same, different apps. Gotcha. So same same problems and things, but on a different project. Okay, so we're gonna do that same, like, real harsh highlight across the arm, the fingers. Keep the highlight right here across the top. I had a little thing of Vicks Vapor Rub under my nose last night. Took a big whiff and nothing. That's crazy. I remember when, like, I guess early on with COVID and people losing their sense of taste, and they had the videos of them just like biting into an onion like an apple. Or like eating a really hot pepper and just nothing. So strange how all that works. Alright, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm gonna go ahead and start blacklining, because I think it helps me kind of see what we got going on here. My leadership's being, very aggressive. I should get some surströmming. This would be the time. This would be the time. Do some, that. I didn't like the wasabi when we tried the thing on here, but get you some wasabi, horseradish. Get all those really strong flavors. Oh, okay. Going here. Wasted Mind, do you want to pick out a snack? I'm losing steam here, which I hate, but I think this is breaking my brain a little bit more than I thought it would be. It's okay though. Snack. Oh wait, you picked out yesterday. Do I get to pick today? I haven't seen. Oh, I think Avian's got the office on Tuesdays now. I think it's just us today. Once I remember where my book is. Okay. Let's take a quick snack break, chat. See what we got here. I want to try these, but I feel like I don't want to front load the front of the box. These look really fun. Let me see. That's one of my choices. Those also look really good, and I've got to spread them out. Oh, yuzu though. Where were those other cookie things? Where's that giant bag of things? I want to try this too. I didn't pick it if that's exactly where I'm at. These things. Is that not? Did I skip it on accident? Oh, here we go. You want to try the little soba boro? I kind of want to try those. If we're not front loading the really yummy looking stuff, I picked these. The massive bag, yeah. Enjoy the artisanal craftsmanship of these traditional Kyoto confections, meticulously crafted using soba or buckwheat flour, made to perfection and a sweet, crisp delight. Actually, if they're buckwheat, I can have a couple of these. Exciting. It is a massive bag, like Wasted Man said, though. It is a very big bag of stuff. Not gonna lie, they look like dog biscuits. That's okay. That's okay. We'll give them a try. The nice part is I can read that now. I'm getting there. I still gotta work on this bit, but I can read that now. Alright, here's one of our dog biscuits. Cheers. They're very crunchy. They may. Oh, I'm gonna wait till before I say what I was gonna say. I'm tasting something more that I was gonna say. It's a little dog biscuity. It's a little sweeter, but it's a little dog biscuity. Not bad though. Can't place it. I'm trying to think if I've had something similar. Nothing's popping up the top of my head though. They're alright. I do want to keep eating them though, so maybe I like them more than I think. Like, I do want another. They're just sweet enough that I do want another one. Maybe I just like dog biscuits. I don't know. Alright, put her back on screen. Maybe I just like dog biscuits. If you think of it, waste of mine, let me know. I don't know what it would be. How do you know what a dog biscuit tastes like? You haven't had a dog biscuit, Panda? Just to try these? I mean, they're just really dry. Not bad, they're just dry. Well, there you go. There's your snack for today. Go get you a dog biscuit. First one I can taste clearly. The subsequent one haven't been as distinct. Interesting. I don't know, I want more. I'm just gonna keep snacking. I feel like for the wings, as far as the black lining, maybe we also start to, kind of like I did for Piccolo, where we just pick a few of the little lines. And then we'll kind of almost crosshatch here where it's more shaded. More of the black. Yeah, I think that helps. Okay. I just hadn't done that over there. I was too worried about the shading, I hadn't even thought to do that. Are dog biscuits keto? I guess you could look. Have you found your new diet, Bill? It's all protein and dog biscuits. I'm not one to judge. If it hits your macros, I won't judge. I know how hard it is to hit those macros. Lady does too, see? Are they kibble? Medina, welcome in, how are you? I feel like Google needs their query history. Imagine being the person at Google just monitoring things for the day. Why are 15 people suddenly Googling are dog biscuits keto? What is happening here? I had a dog treat on a dare in high school. See, the one I've tried wasn't bad. Like one of the little milk bone things. It was fine. It was just really dry. Whatever. Unsweetened. Oh, graham crackers? A little bit. Yeah. I like how crunchy they are. I'm gonna keep eating them. Sorry, chat. If it's too loud, let me know. But I'm gonna keep eating them. Stop eating your snack. Excuse you? Excuse you? Want the dog biscuit? Come get a dog biscuit and let us know what you think. That's like the little kids. Like, it's the biggest thing in the box. So, like, that's mine. I already have to share my fox cookie with you. You're taking my big bag. I'm the first to think of this. There's there's a disturbing amount of information out there. Of course. Of course. What have we found out, Bill? What have we learned? Get one of those cute plates and put a few biscuits on it. I set the plates and I'm tempted to go over there to show you. I'll take a photo and I'll put it in the Discord race of mine. I set my plates over there in my teacup, and now Piccolo looks very excited for a cup of tea. It's very cute. He's just like, teacup. So I think I'm just gonna leave it there. It's cute. Makes me laugh. But I've got them sitting back there. We got 2 tubes of Pringles. I found one open and half eaten in the kitchen, the other open and half eaten in the basement. We're kind of bad about that too. We like to do just like regular tortilla chips. Like it's a nice little, it's like a lighter snack in the evenings. But like we'll each like take a bag and then we'll just like leave it in our rooms. So then later, if you want tortilla chips, you have to like scout all the rooms to see where the tortilla chip bag ended up. All right, getting there. Getting there. I have to buy the box of mixed kettle chip bags. Portion control built in. I do the same. Wasted mine. I get those big like Frito-Lay boxes of chips. Because if I just do a bag of chips, I will eat the whole thing. Chips are my weakness. Finding the ability to open a can of Pringles without eating them all, impressive. That's right. They even say it. I think it's instinct to not open one when you already have one open. My child is proof that is not the case. Well, that can is too far away, so you have to get the other one. Tortilla chips. That's delicious. I need to find a piece also. You mentioned it in the Discord, and that sounded really good. Or make one myself, I guess. Now I can read Bill's comment. You ate all that and a bag of chips. Well, then you put on the sunglasses. Sorry, it's bad timing as I was snacking. All right. I guess we just keep working the hair. Like the blue, I don't want to do too much more. We'll just rock this very top highlight and probably be good. Question mark? Let's see. What's everyone else got going on rest of today, chat? I'm gonna be honest, we may wrap up a little early today. This is breaking my brain. And I need to make sure I do my meal prep. Maybe good to just step away from this for a little. Sorry, Emperor. I've got oops all. Or sorry, that's your day too. I thought you meant we were working on more feathers. It was looking really good though, Emperor. It's worth it. It's worth all that time you're putting in. I liked that you have the like green as the accent too. That was really cool. Hopefully finishing the garage roof. Let's go. You got this, Jazzy. Stay strong. Stay on target. We'll have this section highlighting here. Pull that down. I have this band over where the white would hit. I'm gonna go ahead and mush her back on so we get this lighting right. And then she does come with a sculpted base as well. That's where we're at so far. And then she fits on. So I guess it's some of like the ice spikes from when she's attacking. I think it goes. Oh! Caught that with my foot because I'm a pro. I remember which way this fit. Something like this. So I'll have that to also do in this style. Okay, seeing it all together, I feel better. When she's in pieces, it feels weird. When it's all together, it's looking a lot better. If I could just... I'm wondering, do I just glue her now? It's gonna be really unwieldy to keep picking up and setting back down, but... like, if it's feeling better, maybe it is worth it. I do want to do the black lining on the feathers over here, though. Do anything else? I feel like it looks like crap up close, but then from a distance, it all comes together. I think that's tough with projects. I mean, I was just... it's tough when you have that thing where you're so focused in on it for like hours working on something, and then you're like, oh wait, there it is. Now I see it. Sometimes getting that, and like I said, we may end up early today because I think I need that on her. I just need to step away from her for a little bit. It's tough, but yeah, your wings they're coming together nicely, and I like the accent color you've done. Makes it more unique. Goes with your army. PW updated the Valor Strike Lance description. Original setting could be built as anything, but that wasn't right. It's only the Paladin or Errant. Armigers can still be built as anything. Interesting. I guess, does that change anyone's decision for the, that's the night box, right? The Christmas box? Oh, Scott will buy you a snack. There's still... Scott's acting like there's not a billion things in here. I can have a couple more and still be plenty left. I guess Will's flirting with Scott again. I feel like she's used to that one now, though. Discord's not loading for you. Uh-oh. Let me in! You're just having all sorts of fun with mobile, Twitch, now Discord. Everything's out to get you. Back to work meeting gauntlet sounds good, Jazzy. We'll see you later. Hope it goes well. We may be here when you're back. I don't know. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna stop when I can't look at this anymore. That's the plan. If that's in 5 minutes or 50 minutes, either way, that's fine. I'm just gonna go till I can't look at it anymore. I really hate that I had to switch on my bot things back to messages. I'm missing that quite a bit. It's much easier as the announcements. Alright. I think it's getting there. I'm wondering if he needs one more highlight. Like a top highlight, kind of like we're doing for the white. I think that might be... I'm gonna think on that. Now that I have White Scars and Sylvaneth in their new homes, I really don't want to sell the Sylvaneth now. I mean, you don't have to. Keep yourself a Sigmar army. Will you get to play, Broso? I guess that's my question, too. Do you have, like, a spot that you'll get to play? I mean, having one for each system might be a good way to go. I think how much room you'd have, I guess that's the other thing. If you sold them, you'd have a chance to put something else in there. There's a chance, I don't know. Outside of that, I just like looking at them. They are pretty. You put a lot of work, they look great. A lot of work into them. Maybe let them chill in their new home for a bit before you decide. It's already happening regardless. Well, now you're so good at building. Now you're so good at building furniture, you just build another one. And then you can put the new Dark Angels in there. Yeah. This Imperial Last Model, you could fit hundreds on the shelves. You could have so many tiny dudes. Have you considered, expanding the amount of room for storing armies instead? Think how many more you could get. Say that, like, I'll be getting a few in the cabinets. They're quite good. See? See? Then you could put the new armies in that. Panda, thank you so much for the bits. Bits go burr. Panda, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, Max, welcome in. And figure painting skills. Want to fast forward to get better skills myself. I'm doing my first model. What is your first model? What are we working on? Welcome on in. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, if you like any of the colors I'm doing, or if I'm doing like a technique you have any questions on, please let me know. I'm happy to show what I'm doing. Taking a little break because this one's breaking my brain a little bit. But yeah, we're working on Dizzy from Guilty Gear. So usually we're working a lot of Warhammer. So I was working on some Assassins yesterday. Get them back out here. So I need to finish those here throughout the week. But decided to take a break. I'm trying to do more of the 2D like repaint style, and I've chosen Dizzy from Guilty Gear to get some practice in. How are you? Up Panda, thank you so much for the bits for the little on-screen celebration. I appreciate it. I'm going burr all over the place. I almost sent Scott money in a panic to hurry up and pay off the Scott Stodies. Oh my goodness, Will's gonna be collecting armies here. It's reminding me why I like making armies. It's actually the displaying. It makes a big difference if you can like actually take your finished mini and put it somewhere. I've noticed that with our game room. Like if I can just go put it on the shelf. Like my Seraphon was the first army I really got to do that with. Whenever I could go like add another dinosaur to the shelf, that felt really good. It's the beginner painting set from Citadel with 6 paints. Oh, and 2 figures. More of an Age of Sigmar than 40k. It's a golden war. Ah, you get some Stormcast then, it sounds like. Panda, thank you so much for the bits asking, do you want to buy my Necrons too? Everyone's trying to get out of Necrons. funny. The more I read about Necrons, the more I want to work on some Necrons, but I don't need Necrons. All of the novels and stuff are really cool, though. Like, the lore is really fun for Necrons. But I definitely don't need Necrons. You know, you want some Tyranids, too? Exalted coming in to throw some bugs at Broso. I'm good, Panda. Thank you, though. I have some from, was it Indomitus with Necrons? I have a few. I thought about getting them out, but I'm good, thank you, though. I appreciate that. If I were playing more 40k, I'd probably work on some more of them, but... Sorry, chat, I'm stalling real hard. Okay, I want to pick, like, one or two more things we can do. Then I may have to call it. I can't think straight on this anymore. You know those 100 hours of killing bugs? How about some actual ones, right? What if you could put some of those bugs on that new shelf? One thing I'd say is that Necrons are kind of therapeutic for me. They're so low effort to make decent. I feel like a character or two I'd have fun with. I don't think I could do a whole bunch of them. But the more I read of, like, the lore and stuff and the novels, Necrons are just cool, and they're just something I never really dove into lore-wise. I think some of them could be fun. I'm the kind of person who buys a lot of stuff and then a little while later stops the hobby. I think it's tough because some hobbies you do have to buy in so much, right? Like, you do have to have paint, and you have to have the mini. And then at some point, if you decide you don't want to do it anymore, you do have a lot of stuff because, unfortunately, it needs it. But I understand that. I'm someone who can't go, like, halfway into something either. Seen Royal post an Insta. He's doing a project I had the inkling to do. Oh, the Hive Tyrant from Space Marine 2. Unless you're in any of the paints of a non-metallic color. I can't believe you did that. I think the Scott's color scheme is really cool. It's the little pop of white in between all the red that really makes it tricky. Like, if they were just red, it wouldn't be so bad. But he decided to do white in between the red. And that's what makes it really difficult to, like, want to do a bunch of them. And that's why they're being sold. That says no more. Thank you. Necrons are bone colored, so they're easy. I wouldn't mind doing, like, a character. Like, I read Infinite and the Divine, and, like, wanting to do a project kind of based around them sounded fun. Probably might dump a bottle of Skeleton Horde contrast over and pick out a few things to highlight with blue. Yeah. Something like that. It's really easy to get an army together. But then if you wanted to go fancier, you definitely can. Drated! I think they'd be fun. Because Scott has Necrons, I really haven't painted Necrons. I haven't had, like, a Necron commission or anything. So I think it'd be kind of fun to do at least some characters. You already go if you want to commission Nikki to paint a Necron. I'll paint a Necron, yeah. It was nice going through my email yesterday. I'm pretty much booked through the holidays now. That was a good feeling. Probably never do a sequel to that book. It'll never have the same impact. I don't know. I mean, if it's the same author and the same vibe, I wouldn't mind reading another. Yeah, I don't know. I could see it being okay. But I'm also okay, yeah, if you just don't touch it again. I don't know if I was unlucky. I'm bad at assembly or what, but the figures have a lot of small gaps and misalignments. Is that common, or I'm just bad at assembly? The hard part, Mike, is it can depend on the kit. So some of the older ones, that is more common, or if you have something, it's not a great example, but if you have something like these where you have like the really sharp corners, some of the vehicles have like corners that you've really got to smush together to get them to really fit. I think the newer ones are a lot better. So I think if you're having issues, I would say really make sure that where you're clipping them, the like nubs or where you clip at, make sure those are filed down as flat as you can. One tool that I like to use for that is I actually use sanding sticks. And I stole these from when we used to work on Gunpla. So these are just sandpaper on a stick that makes it easier to file with. But getting those nubs really, really ground down and flat can help. They're push fit. Okay, so that's the other thing. Those push fit models are great for if you want to like start playing right away. What you can do is you can actually clip the end of the like peg and you'll get a better fitment as you push them together. So I'll do that for all of the push fit minis if you're wanting it to be a nicer fit for painting. Like they'll hold together for gaming, but as far as if you're trying to paint really nicely, clipping that peg before you like smush it into where it's supposed to fit will give you a better fitment. Someone's purple message broke the Twitch again. Not again. Panda, you broke Twitch again. Do we start collabing for merch again? Oh, let me think about that. That seems so far away but so close at the same time, and I don't know how that happens. I mean, if you'd like to, we can. If you've got something you'd like me to paint, we sure can. I keep developing a Necron dynasty whose leader is convinced she can save the galaxy by giving everyone a living metal body, whether they want one or not. I like that. The pegs and slots for those are so tight, fitting the air gets caught in them. Makes it really hard to get a good fitment on. Yeah, if that's what you're running into, you can clip those pegs, and that helps. And I'll do that if it's something I'm going to be really painting on. I'm falling back to Warhammer shading here. I need to put my 2D helmet back on. Hold on. Gotta box this all out. Okay. Always have something for you to paint. I mean, I'm always happy to do a project with you, Panda. I don't want you to feel like we have to do Ultramarine. But if you would like to, I'm always happy to do a project together. It's been a lot of fun working on stuff together. If you clip the pegs, you'll need glue to assemble them. Recommend the To Me extra thin cement. Comes in a small glass bottle with a green lid. Yeah, we do like that one. That is this glue here. Super glue also works. This one, I will give a little bit of a warning. It will actually melt your plastic together, which is why it's such a strong hold. So it does have a little chemical reaction to actually like melt the plastic together. If you don't like that, then the super glue also works. But yeah, if you clip the pegs, then they're no longer they won't stand on their own. They will start to come back apart, so you will need to glue them with whatever glue you'd like to use. That is on my gear list. I will give a shout out for the gear list. I guess it's Prime Days again. Feels like it's always Prime Days. But if there's any hobby supplies that you see me using that you want to check out, they may have a deal on there. I also have just like the recommended other recommendations I've made on Twitch, but if you guys want to check those out, they may have some Prime deals. Pick up glue or a hobby mat or anything like that. Dracolicious, hello! How are ya? I am working on a 3D print today. Here's what I got. What are you up to? I'm gonna go ahead and throw that gear list in here too, in case anyone wants to check that out. Let's see, I'm at 7 paints, a brush, and an old box cutter. I want to try the hobby and do a bit for dripping so much money. No glue sprays and stuff. Okay. That I think for trying it out, you're probably okay. But if you were to pick up another kit where it's the push fit, then it may be worth just filing down the pegs a bit more. Okay. Really tempted to just glue her together and keep working on her this way. I just know I still have to work on her face, and it's gonna be kind of annoying working on that with all this together. Can still be done though. I'll wait a little bit longer. The next time I get really annoyed that she's not together, then I glue her. I don't think we're quite there yet, but we're close. Does priming make a big difference? Is it skippable? It is not skippable. Priming will make sure that your paint adheres to the model. So without the primer, your paint can chip off, can flake off. Yeah, you will want to make sure you prime. Just like priming a wall in your house. You want to make sure you take that step to make sure you've got a good foundation for your paint to stick. So unfortunately, yeah, not skippable. I'm trying to remember if those kits come with, because they have a black primer, and I don't remember if those kits come with it or not. It's just paint. I think I'll come back to, you said you're like just wanting to try it. If you're just wanting to try it, you can maybe get away with it for your first kit. If you're, again, going to pick up another kit, I would definitely get the primer. But if you literally just want to like put paint on the model and see if you like that, you may be able to skip it just to see. But if you were to keep working on stuff, I would definitely get a primer. But if we're not wanting to spend any more money, then I would say for this kit, go ahead. Go without for now. And then maybe do it next time. Thinking what I want to do next. Does anyone else have any hobby questions while we're chatting more painting stuff? Anyone else working on anything we're not sure of? I've got all of her like belt buckles, but I don't want to get those colors out just yet. I feel like we should go back to what we've already got out. I'm just struggling. Just struggling is all. Paint the figures and see how I feel. Yeah, I think if you're not wanting to spend money and just want to see getting paint on the model. Otherwise, yeah, I would recommend some primer. It's not the fun answer, but it's the right answer. But yeah, let us know. If you have any questions, let us know. It'll just be a little different if you're not priming. You may run into some paint flaking off that you normally wouldn't, but sometimes half an hour here and there. Yeah, I think that's a good way to get started too. Let your brain kind of think about it for a little bit too as you're building up using the brush, using the paint. Hey, Netgie, welcome in. Reaper Bones wings are very cheap. They do better without primer. Yeah, a lot of them are designed to not use primer, or they have the kind of. I know it's supposed to work with their paint. I've used other paints too, but I guess it depends on how much of it being Warhammer is the goal. How are you today? Welcome in. I feel bad. I'm probably gonna bounce here in a second. I can't look at this anymore. I need a break. I think we got a lot of the highlighting figured out. I've still got some work to do. especially him. He's ended up actually being harder than she has been, so I may take a break and reevaluate. I'm fighting every urge to glue her all together. Any streamers I enter the chat. We worked on her last week. We've done all of this today, and I think I just need to look away from it. So I hate doing a short stream, but we might have to today. I need to step away from it for a little bit. So I feel better because we do have stream tomorrow. We're gonna be playing Ace Attorney. So if you guys want to join us for the second game of the Ace Attorney series, that will be tomorrow. Make sure you come out for video game day. Otherwise, we'll be back to miniature painting on Sunday. We'll probably go back to some Warhammer, either some Eldar. We've got some more Imperial Fists. We'll see where we're at here at the end of the week. So thank you everyone for coming to come do some repaint with me today with Dizzy. It was a lot of fun. So thank you everyone for the support. If you guys want to come hang out in between streams, we do have our Discord. You can come hang out there, show what you're working on, all that good stuff. We do have YouTube if you want to. Ace Attorney is so much fun. I'm excited to get back. If you guys want to catch up on the first game, it's over on our YouTube. You can catch up there. And then my socials, I'm going to be posting here this week. I've been bad about it again, but I'm going to get back to it. So you can join me over on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. So thank you everyone for all the support. Hope you have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow for some Ace Attorney. Bye-bye.